Friday, August 14th, 2026. 1. Navy ordered to rip out its new catapults and put the old ones back. What happened? President Trump ordered the Navy to replace the electromagnetic aircraft launch systems aboard the newest Ford-class carriers with old-school steam catapults. That means potentially removing technology the Navy spent years and billions developing and installing. Why phaknews cares. Filter number 2. Institution paying to undo its own work. This is almost the platonic ideal of a phaknews story. Satire angle. The Pentagon has finally discovered the military technology of the future. The past. Possible joke. After decades and billions spent developing electromagnetic catapults, the Navy has been ordered to replace them with steam, continuing America's proud tradition of achieving technological superiority by uninstalling the update. Fact score 5-5. 2. British politician defeats man wearing a trash can on his head. Nigel Farage won the Clacton parliamentary by-election today. Among the fringe candidates running against him was satirical candidate Count Binface, whose political persona literally involves wearing a garbage bin on his head. And Reuters' framing makes it even better. Farage won the election, but reportedly avoided sharing the stage with Count Binface. Why phaknews cares. Reality has already written the Onion article. Satire angle. Britain has reached the point where determining which politician is the parody requires additional context. Possible joke. British voters rejected the candidate wearing a garbage can on his head, opting instead for Nigel Farage. Honestly, don't overwrite this one. Fact score 5-5-3. Oracle cutting more human workers to pay for AI. Oracle is reportedly preparing another round of layoffs after its workforce already shrank by roughly 21,000 employees, while the company pours enormous amounts of money into AI infrastructure. Reuters previously reported the workforce reduction, and current reports say additional cuts are being planned. Why phaknews cares. Euphemism. Huge numbers. Humans funding their replacements. Satire angle. Employees are apparently participating in Oracle's AI transformation by transforming into former employees. Possible joke. Oracle announced another major investment in artificial intelligence today, primarily by removing the intelligence currently receiving paychecks. Fact score 1/2. White House ballroom has now reached the Supreme Court. The Trump administration asked the Supreme Court today to allow construction to continue on the proposed $400 million White House ballroom after a federal appeals court halted the project last week. Yes, the White House ballroom now has Supreme Court litigation. Why phaknews cares. A number so large it becomes funny. Institutional absurdity. Satire angle. The nation's highest court may need to settle one of America's most pressing constitutional questions. Can the president build a $400 million place to dance? Possible joke. The Supreme Court has been asked to intervene in construction of Trump's $400 million White House ballroom, finally giving the Founding Fathers' little-discussed dance floor clause its day in court. Fact score 1/2. Erling Haaland's face is apparently a cocaine brand. Now authorities in Ecuador reportedly seized hundreds of cocaine packages decorated with the face of soccer superstar Erling Haaland. There is absolutely no suggestion Haaland has anything to do with it, which arguably makes it better. Why phaknews cares. Criminal Branding Department. Satire angle. Drug cartels have apparently discovered influencer marketing. Possible joke. Ecuadorian authorities seized hundreds of cocaine packages featuring Erling Haaland's face, marking another difficult quarter for Nike's brand protection department. Fact score 6. Dubai built a climate-controlled street where it rains on purpose. Reuters' unusual images roundup includes people dancing beneath umbrellas on a climate-controlled rainy street at a Dubai resort development called the Heart of Europe. Why phaknews cares. Humans paying money to recreate weather. Dubai. Desert outside. Build city air condition. City manufacture rain. Tourists celebrate getting wet. Satire angle. Civilization has successfully invented outside as a premium indoor amenity. Possible joke. Dubai has created a climate-controlled street where tourists can experience artificial rain, allowing visitors to enjoy one of nature's most exclusive attractions, weather. Fact score. 7. Humanoid robot company preparing for huge stock market debut. Chinese humanoid robot maker Unitree is drawing major attention ahead of its expected Shanghai market debut as investor enthusiasm around physical AI keeps accelerating. On its own, that's business news. Combined with corporations laying off humans to finance AI, that's the angle. Satire angle. We're approaching the stage where robots don't merely replace your job. You can invest in the robot that replaced you. Possible joke. Workers worried about being replaced by humanoid robots received encouraging financial advice. Friday. Buy shares in their replacements. Fact score. 1/8. Reddit is joining the S&P 500. Reddit shares jumped more than 11% today, after S&P Dow Jones Indices announced that Reddit will enter the S&P 500, meaning a website famous for arguments between strangers about whether someone's girlfriend is the asshole is becoming part of America's benchmark stock index. Satire angle. America's retirement system now includes Reddit. Possible joke. Reddit officially joined the S&P 500, allowing millions of Americans to diversify their retirement portfolios into people arguing about Star Wars. Fact score. 9. Scientists discover the aging brain isn't as isolated as we thought. Stanford researchers reported that immune cells increasingly enter the aging brain, challenging the traditional picture of the brain as relatively isolated from the body's immune system. Good, legitimate science. But there's a clean, fact news doorway. Satire angle. Even your immune system eventually starts checking up on your brain. Possible joke. Scientists discovered immune cells increasingly enter the brain as humans age, apparently because after 40, the body begins sending supervisors. Fact score. 1/10. America currently in a sweaty headlock. An AP report today described the late summer heat gripping much of the U.S. as a sweaty headlock. That's an actual AP description. Why Fact News cares. Filter number 1 adjacent. The source already wrote the joke, satire angle. Sometimes journalism simply hands you the copy. Possible joke. Meteorologists confirmed much of America remains trapped in what experts describe as a sweaty headlock, officially replacing heat dome after focus groups determined it wasn't disgusting enough. Fact score. 1/2.